Hello, hello, this is Rod, Live Within Your Means. Hey, I've got something wonderful to share with you, and I hope that it'll improve your life or the lives of some of the people that you know. And I developed a hypothesis many years ago about our vision because my vision really got a lot worse over the years, especially during the years that I was at the university. And I thought about this quite a bit because I remember how back in elementary school, early elementary school, and that was a long time ago for me. I actually turned 60 years old tomorrow. And so it was quite a few decades back. And I remember how there were kids, a few kids in early elementary school, only a few kids that had glasses. And as we went through elementary school, the more years went by, the more I noticed more kids wearing glasses. And when I got into junior high, there were more kids that were wearing glasses. More students in high school yet. And when I got to college, I believe there were even more. And when I went to the university in my early 20s, by that time, I had gotten a prescription. Actually, I got one in late high school, I think it was. And notice I couldn't see the things on the mountains very clearly. I got a prescription, got glasses, and wow, I could see the trees up on the mountains more clearly and the outlines of the mountains a lot more clearly. Eventually, I got contacts. Well, when I got to the university in my early 20s, I was sitting on the back row, and gradually I noticed that things were blurry on the board, and I had to move up. And it seems like as the weeks passed, months passed, I had to keep moving up another row. Finally, I was sitting up on the front row, and I would come with my contacts. Eventually, I was putting my glasses over my contacts to be able to see the board from the front row. And my prescription more than doubled. In fact, I think it about tripled my first semester at the university. And that was not fun. And as I spent all that time in the books, my vision got a lot worse. Eventually, over the years, I got bifocals or trifocals, or I guess are a graduated lens. And these lenses are pretty thick. I don't know if you can see this, but they're a concave lens. And that means they're thinner in the middle and thicker toward the outside. And that helps focus the light coming into our eyes, goes through our cornea, through the lens, and it's supposed to focus on the back of the eye, the retina on the back of the eye, and that information is taken through the optic nerve to our brains, and we were able to see. Well, the problem is when things don't focus on the back of the eye, then we can't see clearly. And so we wear concave lenses that people have eventually, recognized. I don't know how many hundreds of years ago or thousands, who knows. They recognized that we could use lenses that would focus our vision. They probably didn't realize it was focusing light on the back of the eye. Nevertheless, over the years, more and more people are doing more close work, and more people are wearing glasses. And like myself, those people without their glasses are pretty doggone blind when it comes to walking around and seeing things outside. So a few years back, I thought about this, and then I talked to one of my friends, and she had a similar theory, and she started improving her vision. Well, eventually my son, he also improved his vision. In fact, got rid of glasses altogether. Now, when I talked with optometrists about this, optometrists that I went to a number of years back, a couple of them said, "Oh, no, people can't do that. That's impossible." One of them got upset, said, "I didn't go to school all these years to have people like you telling me you can do something that I know is impossible." Well, that optometrist did agree to give me a pair of lenses that was about half the strength so that I could see close work clearly, where I'm working on the computer and reading. And specifically, really, for reading. And what I've done over the last few years is I would wear these that were about half the prescription I would wear these in the morning, put them next to my bed, and so when I get up and get on reading and on the computer, a lot of the time I'd remember to put these weaker lenses on. And then there were a number of times that I actually wore them out on walks late in the evening or early in the morning. Not that often. I wish I'd have done it a lot more. And there were times I even wore them to church. And you see a lot of the same people up there in the stand, and you really don't need to see their faces anyway. So I'd take these, and sometimes I'd look over them and realize I can't see them at all without the glasses on, and certainly not clearly without my powerful lenses on. But I went to an optometrist. I've been doing this gradually over the last couple of years, not really making a lot of effort. I didn't do a lot of those eye exercises that a lot of people have done. But I went in and I wanted a prescription. The old place I went, America's Best, didn't have an optometrist there. I had to go to another place. And I went into that place, and they had me fill a few things out, and they wanted to know my prior prescription. I told them I didn't want to tell that to them. And the gal asked, well, can I see your glasses? And what they'll do is they can check and see what the prescription is on those glasses by, with the machinery they've got. I said, no, I don't want you guys to look at my old prescription. I want to get a prescription for where my eyes are right now. And so she did let me, have the appointment with the optometrist, told him what I was doing, and he didn't seem to believe that people can really do that either. And it's amazing how few people they've met that have done it. And in fact, when I told my wife, she said, yeah, I've heard that, but I've never known anybody that's done it. Well, I guess she didn't realize that my son had done that. And she's not his mother. She's my son's stepmother. And but I went and got my prescription that day, told the optometrist, I want you've been an optometrist how long? And he said he's been an optometrist for 25 years. I said, then you know how to do this. So you give me my prescription, what it is now. And so he had, put all the lenses and flipping the machinery in that and getting a clear picture and determining my prescription. And the next day I went to get my prescription, and they're a little smaller lens, and they're definitely a lot thinner because they are a smaller lens, but also the prescription that he gave me, instead of being around 5.5 diopters, it was negative 3.75 for my right eye now, and negative 4 for my left. Notable improvement over a lot of prior prescriptions. And when I put these glasses on, guess what? I can see 20/20 out at a distance. I can wear these driving. I did not want bifocals. They were another $80. And what I do is when I'm reading, I put these back on. I admit I can't see close with these, but I can take things off and look really close, put things up here. But if I'm on the computer, I like to wear these, and I'm getting another prescription that is a couple diopters less than these. So I'm going to continue to improve my vision. I've got these for emergency if I need them, but they're really too strong for my eyes now because I've been improving my vision like a lot of people have. I know there's a guy named Jake, I think it's Steiner, has a website and a bunch of videos on improving your vision, but boy, there's so many dozens and dozens of videos on that, people talking about eye exercises and making the whole thing quite, more complicated than I want it to be. And the fact of the matter is, just like when you're, trying to get stronger, you use those muscles more that you want to get stronger. And that's the same with the muscles that focus the lens in your eyes. And I think it's called the cylinder, and that's really dealing with astigmatism. My astigmatism got worse. But I think as I start making efforts to do this and really to go without my glasses a little bit more and using weaker glasses, I believe I'll be able to continue to improve my vision. There's been a lot of people that have done it. I called up my wife after I got my prescription and I said, well, you said you didn't know anyone that had really improved their vision. I said, you're married to one. Because I got a notable, prescription that is weaker, not such a strong prescription that I've had it over a decade. And so I feel pretty good about it. And I want to continue to improve my vision. Please take just a minute and make a comment down below what you think of this. If you know people that have improved their vision and ideas that you have, if you'll make comments down below, that's going to help the algorithms so that more people see this video. And if you like it, that'll help more. And if you subscribe, of course, that's great. And because, I want to be able to help people to live within their means. And, spending thousands of dollars on eye surgery isn't something that I want to do, and mostly because of the risk. The risk that, there are people out there that have had damage to their eyes in doing it. It's certainly not the majority of the people, but I'd rather improve my vision naturally, just like I'd like to strengthen my immune system, which I've been doing the last few years, and like I've been strengthening my muscles and, wasn't able to do not even close to a pull-up a little over a year ago, but I got up to a point a few months ago where I won't say easily, but I did a half dozen pull-ups and more push-ups than I had been able to do in decades. I've got my elbow hurt right now and my hip, and so I can't do the exercising that I was doing. We've got to take it easy with our bodies, and as we get older, they don't seem to want to do quite the things that they did when we were younger. But if you'll take a minute and make some comments down below, share this video with others, and I hope to be able to put up more videos of things that will be helpful to you and the people that you love, and help you live within your means and actually live within your means. And so life's not easy, but let's see what we can do to help each other make it better. So this is Rod. Live within your means and have a wonderful day.